What's up, Blue Jay fans? It's Rob Scott of the Jay Talking Podcast back with another episode of What's on Our Fucking 40-Man Roster. And today we're going to look at the starting staff. I went over the relief corps yesterday. I believe the relief corps is a bigger question mark than what our shit was last year. But when I look at the starting staff, what we see is consistency and the strength of this ball club. So let's begin quickly with who we lost. We lost R.A. Dickey and his inconsistent numbers, his below average record, and any more conversation with Mike Wilner about poor R.A. Dickey and his dumb luck. R.A. Dickey got exactly what he deserved. He was average, and again, he was inconsistent. What the fuck are you going to argue with? That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what the numbers said. That's how we pitched. You didn't know what you were getting from him. Good one day, crappy for two more. That's what he was, and it's good that he's gone. God bless him, but he is not wanted in this rotation. Aaron Sanchez emerged as an ace last year. The 24-year-old is 15-2. Combined with the playoffs, he topped 200 innings, had a 3 ERA. And I don't want to fucking hear anybody talk this year about how we need to baby Aaron Sanchez. Look, I understand that there is evidence that if you throw 8 million pitches, it'll eventually fuck your arm up. But can we please put to rest this idea that everybody needs to be fucking babied now? There's no complete games anymore. Guys can't go past 7 or 8 innings. There is zero evidence to suggest when injuries are going to happen, who they're going to happen to. There is none. There is no evidence of it. So can we put this to rest? Just fucking throw guys out. If their arm's going to blow up, then their arm was meant to blow up, all right? It doesn't matter if you baby them for 150 innings every year or you let them go 200. Aaron Sanchez, let the guy throw. He's a big, tall, strong, young kid. Let him get his 240 innings. He is our ace, and we need it this year, especially with the weak bullpen. Let the guy throw. So Aaron Sanchez is our stud. He emerged as a legit ace, and he leads our rotation, and I'm happy to have him do that. Backing up him, Marco Estrada, who is 33, 22-17 with the Blue Jays. Really good numbers, really good opponent batting average, 203, I think, over that time, 1.08 whip. But he has back issues, and what looks to appear to be back issues that may be a lingering thing. He does say coming into spring training he is injury-free, or he's pain-free, but he's not 100%. So this is something we have to keep an eye on. The Jays last year, the rotation was lucky in the sense that they stayed relatively injury-free. Again, with our bullshit pen, you're going to need that to happen again this year. So fingers crossed, Marco Estrada, take your fucking Robaxa set and no sex. Don't have sex with anybody all year, okay? Because we need you on the rotation, in the rotation, on the hill. Every fifth day, we are going to need you. Backing him up, J.A. Happ, who I bitched about forever. I wasn't a believer until halfway through the season. Coming into Toronto, he had 100 innings over 4 years of good baseball. That was it. So I didn't buy into him, but he was beautiful, and he proved me wrong. He was 20-4, ERA of 3.18 with a 1.17 whip in 195 innings. But again, he is 34. And not a long history of success. I do believe he's going to be the good J.A. Happ again. So I'm not going to knock him. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt this year and not bitch on him at all. So we got Aaron Sanchez, Marco Estrada, J.A. Happ leading the rotation. Then we got Marcus Stroman, who had a bump in the road last year. He had a learning curve, and that's normal with young kids. I'm not too worried about that. He's just 25 years old. He was 9-10, 4.37 ERA, 1.29 whip in 204 innings. A lot of nice innings for a small fella. 5'7", I think he's listed. Well, he's listed at 5'8", but he himself will tell you he's 5'7". In career with the Blue Jays, he's been 3.91 ERA, 1.22 whip. So in almost 400 innings. Fine with Marcus Stroman. I think there'll be a bounce back. And, I mean, not a huge bounce back. If he's a 3.75, 3.8 ERA guy in the fourth slot of the rotation, that's perfect. Let's roll with him for year after year after year. I have no problem with those numbers. And I think he will reach that plateau this year. Francisco Liriano is now our 5 guy. Not too worried about Francisco. He was 8-10 overall last year with a 4.69 ERA, 1.48 WHIP, which are ugly numbers. However, with Toronto, he was very good. And aside from 113 terrible innings with Pittsburgh last year, he's been excellent since 2013. Very consistent, very good. So I see that as a blip on the radar, not something to be overly concerned about. He's going to slot nicely in the number 5 spot, and that's a strong 5-man rotation. Now, depth, I'm just going to talk about one depth guy, and that's Mat Latos. I think that's how you say it. Now, Mat Latos is, Gibbons is talking about him potentially being in AAA as a depth guy and spot starting with the Jays. However, I think he can be more. I mean, he had a knee injury. He says he's fully recovered. It's not an arm injury, so if his knee's fine, his arm's fine, and he was very good with San Diego and Cincinnati for 6 seasons. And then bumpy the last 2, working through those injuries. So if he's recovered, why can he not? He's 29 years old. Why can he not be a high-end major league pitcher again? So I think we're going to see Mat Latos more than we think we are. I think he's going to slot into this rotation, get some starts, and maybe even earn a consistent spot in the rotation if one of these other guys happens to fall, either because of age or inconsistency or whatnot. So I think our rotation is good, obviously, as most people do. It's the strength of this team. It's going to need to throw innings to cover for this bullpen that right now looks shaky. So if there's no trades, we got a lot of inconsistency, a lot of worry in the bullpen. Let's let these fucking guys throw innings. Let's let the strength of our team be the strength of our team. Go as deep as we can, and hopefully look forward to a season which we can compete, which I think the playoffs are completely out of the question for the Blue Jays. I just do, the way they're built right now. Now, maybe there are trades on the horizon that our guys are working on, but this offense needs to be rebuilt, and the relief corps isn't there. We're not competing with the Red Sox. We're not competing if we did make the playoffs. We went far enough to play the Cubs. We're not even close to those teams. So I love the rotation. You should love the rotation. And I don't see a lot of reasons for worry or inconsistency. You look at the ages, 34, 33, 33 from Happ, from Estrada, and from Liriano. My only worry is Estrada with his back. He would probably be the guy and the main thing I would highlight. But other than that, good rotation. No need to worry. I think Stroman will bounce back to have a little bit better year. Not an ace. He's not an ace. But I'm liking this rotation. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to try and do the hitters tomorrow or the day after that. It all depends how much time I have. But I do thank you for joining me. Remember to hit subscribe on the YouTube channel and share this if you can. And I'll see you later.